Okay, we are live. Let me welcome everybody. We have people that are live on a Zoom call. We have many people now, I think well over 1,000 that are live on YouTube. So let me welcome you all in and tell you what an overwhelming blessing it is to have you all here and just to be able to chat with you and enjoy this special day for me with all of you. And you've made it very special. You know, I have to say something, people. A while back, somebody asked me, Mr. Francis, what would you want your legacy to be? You know, I thought about it for a minute and I said, you know what, people, I don't need my name on a building. I don't need people to write about me. I've been there, done that. Um, it's not really important. What really is important, what my legacy is for people to come and say, you know, I met that guy and he was a nice guy. I enjoyed meeting him, or he contributed, you know, in some way to something in my life. And that's important. And then, of course, to have my wife and my children miss me and say, you know, I love him. He was a great husband and a great father. And throughout our failures in life, and you know, sometimes we have them, that's what you want your legacy to be. And I want to thank all of you because you've proved that to me just on my birthday. And not only this birthday, but on birthdays in the past. I mean, I've gotten so many well wishes. I mean, really thousands between social media and every other way. People that I don't even remember coming across because come across so many people in my life, and it really is special. And you know, I have to say this. This morning I woke up, and normally we have a routine at night. My wife makes tea before we go to bed, and she brings it up. And in the morning, I'm always up very early. As soon as I know she's awake, maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock, I go down and get us coffee. Well, this morning I got up and she said, wait a minute, you can't go down yet. And I said, why not? Well, it's your birthday. I said, okay. And my daughter lives with us, you know, my youngest daughter. So I had to wait and she went down and got the coffee. And then I came down when they were ready and I walked into the room and it was again overwhelming because we had two milestones today. Number one, hitting 75 was something I thought at one point I wouldn't get to for obvious reasons. And then there was a big 2 million, you know, 2000 in balloons because today we reached 2 million subscribers on YouTube. And people, that's a huge milestone. That, you know, out of 150 million influencers, there's maybe a little over 10,000 people that reach 2 million. That might be a high number. So it was pretty overwhelming. And I just realized that, you know, that's your legacy. People are interested in you and people, you know, have nice things to say about you. And I've said this to return that. I have traveled this world and especially this country over the past 30 some odd years. I've been to every city multiple times, every major city in every state. And I've met nothing but good, nice people. And I really mean that. You know, at my book signings, at my events, when I spoke, just really good people. And I don't think I've had a bad experience in 30 years. And I really mean that. As a matter of fact, I know I haven't had a bad experience. And that's because people are just nice. And when you're nice to them, it comes back to you in big ways. Last night, I had to meet somebody, believe it or not, who flew in. It was midnight and he had a problem. He couldn't get there, the flight or whatever. And they were so apologetic. And I said, hey, don't worry about it. Things happen. I'm not angry, whatever. I know it was a drive, but you know, and the guy called me so many times just to say I felt bad and apologizing. And I said, it's okay. Things happen in life. You know, when you treat people a certain way, it comes back to you in other ways. And I just want to thank every one of you. And I really mean this, not lip service for me. I really mean it. Because people, I'll tell you this, you know, there's an interesting stat in a magazine article that was written back in 1986, the 50 wealthiest, most powerful mob bosses in the country. And they had a list of the 50 of us. I was one of the 50. I was the youngest guy on the list. And what really means something to me, not the list was silly. You know, I don't know how they make it up. They didn't ask for our tax returns, but they sold a lot of magazines. But what was really meaningful about that list 30 some odd years later is that 48 people on that list are dead. 48. Number 49 might be dead. I know he was doing life in prison. He was older than me, so he may not be alive. I didn't track it. But I'm the only one alive and free on that list. And as a result of that, I really do thank God every day for being alive and free because it really is obvious that there was a different plan and a purpose for my life. And so to be able to interact with all of you and contribute and have you respond to me, and I apologize, I get so many messages and obviously I can't get to them. I can't answer them. My team does for me sometimes. And when I can, I jump on and respond, but it's very difficult because we have so many different, social media platforms, and email obviously. But I just want to thank every one of you. And I really mean that because listen, you can have all the great stories, you can have everything going for you in life, but if people don't respond to you and contribute, there really is nothing. So I understand that it's all of you that have supported me over the years and continue to support me that have brought me to where I am. And it's all about family and friends. That's your legacy, people. It's family and friends. It's not your name on a building. It's not writing a book. It's family and friends. How did they react to you? And that's been just a wonderful, wonderful experience for me. And I'm very appreciative, and I have to tell you this story. It was 1998, and I had come home from prison. I had just gotten off parole, and I was lying in bed early morning, and I heard that Frank Sinatra had passed away. And I had walked away from that life in 95, so a lot of issues because of that. But that's when I really realized that my former life for me was over. Because Sinatra, in some way, not he himself, but the music symbolized that life. And when I heard that he had passed on, it really got to me. It really did. I said, wow, that life is really over for me. But the one song that kind of, I think, defines my life, and many of you can relate to this, relates to a lot of our lives, is My Way. Because right or wrong, throughout my life, I really did things my own way, and I kind of went against the grain a lot of times in different things that I did. And then this morning when I came down, my wife was playing that music and they were obviously photographing everything, because we have to document everything. And that music just got me again. And when I heard him say, regrets, I have a few, I said, well, I have a few more than a few. I really do. And I just am thankful to God that He has been able to overcome those thoughts in my head for the most part and really realize that God does give us not only a second chance, but 1,000 second chances when He knows our hearts and we really want to try to do our best. So it was just a great day. And I have to tell you this for those of you who have not hit 75 yet, when I hit 50, I said, wow, half a century. Sounds old, but I felt great, So they say, 50 what? 50 is the new 30. Glad to hear that. Then I hit 60 and they said, okay, I'm starting to get up there. 60. Then I hit 70 and I said, okay, that number, it just sounds so old to me. But when I hit 75, I've been thinking about it and reflecting for the past couple of days. I'm going to be 75, 3/4 of a century. And again, 75 is the new 55. Okay. And honestly, people, I feel great. I really do. I don't feel any different than I felt 30 years ago for some reason. I don't know why. But I think I have good people around me. My wife is always into nutrition and she works out and she keeps me healthy. It's true when they say married men live longer, not because we're smarter, not because it's because of our wives. If I get a little mark on my skin, hey, you got to go to the dermatologist. You got to get your doctor's appointment because I'm a little lax with that. I'll be okay. She's the one that makes me go. So, my daughter's a nutritionist. My son-in-law played professional sports. My other son-in-law is a personal trainer. My daughters, so I have no choice but to stay in good health and stay active. So I pray people, my dad lived to 103. I'm hopeful that God gives me that time and more. Try to, to get up there as much as I can. But I am also very confident in my faith that, I will be with the people that I love that have gone on and went into heaven. I feel very strongly about that because, people, we can do bad things in our life. It doesn't make us bad people. God knows our hearts, sometimes not excuses. You still have to be held accountable for your actions. I don't believe in making excuses, but there is things in our life that can cause us to do things that we wouldn't ordinarily do. And, it doesn't make us bad people. And remember this, God will judge our hearts as much as our actions and more, because He understands we're human. We make mistakes. We are sinful at times. I still am. but he knows our heart. He knows our intent. And that's what gives me comfort at the ripe old age of 75 that, the time is getting shorter. There's no way to, no way to color that getting shorter, but going to be okay. Going to be okay. And I'm just happy we have an hour and a half or more, almost 2 hours of good time to spend together. We have an agenda that we want to put together. I think we're going to do a Q&A, and you can ask me anything that you want for the people that are on the Zoom call with us. Those are not, I don't want to say special people, but they did a special thing for us, and we're really thankful for that. And we're going to give them a little extra time and a little extra opportunity to talk with us. So. Uh, yeah, we have. I'm told there's a special guest coming. I don't know who that is. But for those of you that don't know or don't watch me all the time, we have a studio in our house. So the special guest, I don't know who that might be, but I think I see her. And this is a very special guest, without a doubt. My beautiful wife. Wow, and she's bringing the pizza. Okay. For those of you that have the bundle, we're going to have pizza and wine together, and that is exciting. And this is the first time that Slice's Pizza was sold in a direct to consumer. So we're hopefully, praying that you got it right. It was frozen properly and everything went well.
Are we pouring this
still a little
one?
bit new. Which one are we pouring? We're going to pour this one,
one.
the blackberry. Okay.
Your favorite.
The blackberry wine out
For
of
your
my fruit
birthday.
wines, it's my favorite, honestly. We started with the pomegranate that everybody seemed to love. But I'm not into pomegranate, but people loved it, and that's okay. When you're selling a product, you got to love it, but it's more important that the people that you're buying it love it. And pomegranate was a big hit. And then we went into the blackberry and strawberry and cherry, and it's been terrific. So
Cheers.
let me have a slice of my pizza. People, I have to tell you, I am very, very proud and happy about this pizza. I'm a New Yorker. I know good pizza. Trust me, I would never try to make you have pizza that wasn't good. And I think we have the best recipe, bar none, of frozen pizza that you're ever going to eat. Put it in an air fryer, whatever way you heat it up. No microwave. If you do it in a microwave, I'm going to hunt you down and find you. That's not the way to eat it. You got to have it the way I say. So first a toast.
Cheers,
to my
love.
beautiful wife who
Happy
joined me.
birthday.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Everyone on the Zoom call,
Yes.
salute to all of you. Thank you. I appreciate this more than you know, and I really mean that. I really do appreciate it. And please tell me in the comments how you enjoyed the pizza. If you think we can improve in any way, if it came to you the right way, it's very important. We're going to get this right for sure.
I have the best one. The pepperoni.
I can tell you this.
Wow.
When you eat it, it comes out right. You would think it just came out of the oven in this store. I mean that.
So
It's
good.
that good.
So delicious, baby. I love it. So how's it feel to be 75?
Babe, honestly, I was a little anxious about turning 75 because, you read in the newspaper, a lot of people in their 80s are not among us anymore. And I'm saying, wow, I'm not too far off from that. But, it's comforting to know, like I said, thanks to you, and I really mean this, my wife is my guardian angel. Like I said, if I have a blemish, she doesn't like it, I'm off to the doctor. She makes sure that I eat right. She gives me vitamins. I'm not really good when it comes to that stuff because I'm the kind of guy, hey, things have been good. I can handle it, no problem. But my wife says, no, you got to go to the doctor. You got to do this. You got to get your checkups. You got to do all of that. And we try to stay healthy.
You're better. You're doing better.
I'm doing better.
You're doing better. You're taking your supplements. You're a grandfather.
Yes.
You want to be around for a long time with the kids, the grandkids, and you will be. You're healthy. You're strong. You're doing good things.
And I have to tell you something. I am taking something right now.
Oh, gosh, this is funny.
Because she's like, you're really taking this. You're really doing it. Because normally I'll start and then I'll say, I'm good. I don't need it. But I've been really faithful to it. And it's excuse me, it's from the antler of an elk. It's called Neutronics. And this is what really got me. I spoke to a lot of people that used it. They loved it. But what really got me, it's a banned substance in Major League Baseball. My future son-in-law told me he was a pro baseball player. So I said, wow, it's a natural substance, but if it's banned, it means it's performance enhancing and it's anti-aging. So I started taking it, and honestly, I'm not trying to, believe me, that I'm not pushing for them.
Yeah,
But I'm telling you, this is my experience. I feel good.
you do.
And now I just heard something yesterday.
Oh,
I
yeah.
read it and I'm
Yeah.
all into it.
Yeah.
That there's a substance from the dolphin.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Fatty 15.
Fatty 15. And the testing on it has been wonderful. People have been raving about it. So I told my wife, get this Fatty 15. She got it yesterday. We're getting it today.
I have the
So I'm
dolphin.
going to be taking the dolphin and the elk, and I'm going to live longer.
God willing. Yes.
God
Praise
willing.
God. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to that too.
Your favorite blackberry wine. Why is this your favorite? Tell me
I just
why.
love the taste. It just tastes really like blackberry. It's not too sweet. It's just really good. This and the strawberry. I love the strawberry also.
For your birthday, we're doing a special side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
On my
nice.
birthday, this is for everybody that's on here. 25% off of anything you buy on our website, friendseastwine.com. 25% off as my birthday gift to all of you. And I really mean that.
All the wines?
All the wines, anything that you
Nice.
purchase, 25% off across the board. friendseastwine.com. And try the fruit wines. I know you're really going to
good.
enjoy it. We can't
The
keep enough of them.
strawberry's really good.
Strawberry's great.
It's really
Now,
light.
my wife is a wine connoisseur. She knows everything about wine. No, don't sell yourself short. She's got great taste buds. For some reason, she just knows, and she loves it. And
It's good.
she loves our Arini.
It's
Yeah,
delicious.
I'm gonna have another bite, people.
Mhm.
Are you enjoying it? Please let me know. Honestly,
Are they
enjoying the
having
pizza?
Having pizza with us?
Great, thank you.
Wow, amazing. I love it. This is the best one. Pepperoni, I love.
Honestly, people, we have to admit the best things happen around the dinner table.
Mhm.
You know, it's
What are some of your favorite or most memorable birthdays? Can you think of any of them, or
from before or
I mean,
current?
it doesn't. Whenever we've always had a lot of great ones. We usually go to the desert and we go on a trip. But is there anyone that stands out to you that was?
Well, you threw me a great 70th
Yeah, that
birthday
was great.
party.
That was really fun.
And a lot of people that I loved were here, and it was really heartwarming. I enjoyed that very much. And that
That's
was
good.
5 years ago. Wow, time goes so
I
fast.
know, right?
And then honestly, in my younger days,
Yeah.
and this, I get a little bit emotional. My father, who used to be a hero at the Copacabana in New York, he took me there on one of my birthdays, and it was just a wonderful night, wonderful
nice.
experience. Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, and kind of miss that a lot, you know. But they're all good. I mean, the 8 years I spent in prison, they weren't so good.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, listen, in prison, holidays are the worst. Birthdays, you don't enjoy them, because you're without the people that you love.
Yeah.
You know that, Chris.
I like that you're usually the birthday Grinch, because in our house we have birthday weeks, sometimes birthday
Birthday
months.
months. Be honest.
So now you're requesting a birthday week,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, for the first time in 42 years that we're married, 41 years that we're married, my kids' birthday month. We have to celebrate. I don't know how many times they celebrate with their friends. We celebrate. We do all different things. Birthday month. When I was growing up, we had a birthday. That was it. And you're lucky you got what you got. It was a birthday. And then, hey, it's over. Finish. Clean up. But we have birthday months. But for the first time this year, I requested a birthday week.
Yeah.
And it started off great. They took me, surprised me. We went to the desert for a couple of days over Memorial Day weekend. I love Memorial Day weekend because growing up in New York, it was always the real start of the summer, good weather. And my birthday normally fell on Memorial Day weekend. So it was great.
Yeah.
So we started out there. We're doing this today. Tomorrow I go to Vegas to film with Newsmax. I have to film a whole thing tomorrow. Friday, we're going to spend the day celebrating my birthday again. And then Saturday, we have a big grudge match in golf with my boys and my future
It's
son-in-law.
going to be exciting.
Yeah. And then my daughter's cooking for us afterwards.
She is. And you got your golf simulator. So
We have
that
my
was
golf
great.
simulator. Guys, don't get jealous. Don't get jealous. My birthday present, when I came down Saturday, a Garmin golf simulator in my backyard. Oh, gosh. I can't wait to get at that. I tried it once for a minute, but I can't wait to start improving my game on that. So, and I'll let you know how that works out, guys. If you want to get involved, it's great.
So if you had to give one piece of advice to all the men out there who are fathers, grandfathers, husbands, or even fathers to be, or, looking towards their future at a 75-year-old young spring chicken, what would you say to them as you live, as today you reach 75? The thoughts that you have on, live your life in its best way, or have no regrets, or lean on God. Like, what is your best advice you would give them?
Guys, I really mean this. If you're a father, be a father. You're a husband, be a husband. You're a grandfather, be a grandfather. Take all of those roles very seriously because you really can't appreciate the impact that you have on those people, on your children, on your wife, on your grandchildren. And be a good friend. Be a good friend. It comes back to you. Just, my dad taught me something when I was younger that I never forgot, and it's worked well for me throughout my life. He said to me, son, be kind to the little people. When he said little people, he wasn't demeaning in any way. It just was his way of talking. My dad was old school. He said, be kind to the valet parker. Be kind to the waiter. Be kind to the woman that checks your coat when you go into a restaurant. He said, those are the people that make you strong in life because they appreciate it. People on top, they're looking to cut your legs out from under you. He would describe it like that. But, I really took that to heart.
Yeah.
And you know that. But I try to
Yeah,
be
you do.
courteous to
You
people
do.
all the
You go
time.
above and beyond.
One time I was at a church, and you remember this day. It was in Chicago, huge church, 25,000 people in the congregation. And we had to convince them to bring enough books because they said nobody ever sold, more than 200 books. And my manager at the time said, no, he's going to sell more books. And so we convinced them. We brought 1,200 books. And people, we had a line for 5 hours. My family left me.
Mm-hmm.
The pastor left me. And I looked outside and I saw the line and I said, if those people can wait online for me just to sign a book, I'm not leaving until we service every one of them.
I do remember that.
Do you remember that?
That was a great day. It was so hot. I felt so bad for everybody out there, but you were right out there with them. So
Yeah,
that was
but
great.
you know what? These are people that are
Yeah.
giving up their
And they've
time.
remembered you overall through the years.
Yeah, and
When they see you, or birthdays, they send you a birthday wish.
people that I
every
don't even
year.
remember, but and I
That's
don't mean
true.
that in a bad way. Just
No,
you
it's
meet so many
true.
people, but I've tried to do that my whole life because they deserve that.
Yeah.
People deserve respect. The only time you don't get is when you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
But up to that point, you deserve respect. We're all human beings.
Yeah.
And it's worked out well for me in my life, and I feel
Blessed.
I just feel blessed.
Okay. Well, one more thing. I know you've met people your whole life when you were younger with your father throughout all your years, even I would say maybe even in prison, through ministry, in churches. What was the best advice you think another man or woman ever gave you?
One thing that stands out, and I don't know why, there's so many things, but I was in church with Dr. Myron Taylor, and he was the pastor that married us, Westwood Hills Christian Church. I didn't know him really well. He was a great, great, great man. But I was sitting in church on Father's Day,
Mm-hmm.
and he just said something that rang so true. He said, the best gift that a father can give their daughter is to love their mother.
Mm.
And I have 5 daughters, and it just struck me how
Or your
important that
children in
is.
general. I mean, not
Yes.
just your daughters, but your
Yeah, but
children.
he said it that day. He
Yeah,
said, your
your daughters.
daughters.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that just, something
Yeah.
just so resonate with you.
That's profound because that's what I was thinking that would have been the best advice that someone gave you. So I'm happy that you remembered when Dr. Taylor gave you that advice because it was beautiful, and the way he said it was so beautiful and
Beautifully.
impactful, and it's so true. The impact you make on your children, and especially your daughters who will grow up to be married and have a family and have a husband, to look to the kind of man that she wants is her other somebody who just really love, real, true love. Love is not perfect, and love is not, every day we're like happy as can be, because sometimes we are not. But love is 41 years, and here we are, and we're celebrating.
Have
And
I fulfilled that?
yes, you have,
Well,
love.
thank you.
You have.
This
All
woman,
right.
I have to say, if it wasn't for this young woman here that I met, I always say this: God saved my life through her. I'd either be dead or in prison for the rest of my life. I wouldn't have walked away from the life had I not met her. So,
Oh,
and everybody I know is dead or in prison. So, am I so special that I would have been spared that? No, that would have been my fate. Okay. Oh, just a question from people in the Zoom call. Sinatra's best song. My Way, New York, New York, Fly Me to the Moon is Summer Wind.
oh
Okay.
gosh, that's a hard one.
Hands down, it's My Way
Yeah,
for me.
for you.
For me. He's so many good ones. But Summer Wind, if you
Yeah.
remember, I
For
have
me,
this
that's my
great
favorite.
memory. I'm with my wife. She wasn't my wife yet. I just met her on the movie set. I have a convertible Eldorado Cadillac, and we're driving down A1A, and the Summer Wind song comes on. And I'll just never forget, your hair was kind of blowing.
I don't think I knew who Frank Sinatra was.
You didn't know,
though.
she didn't know who Frank said. She was a 19-year-old girl from Anaheim, California.
Yes.
She didn't know anything about Sinatra. And I just looked at her and I said, she's the one. Done. Done deal, Frank. You got it for me. You just sealed it. So,
But all his music is
but My Way,
wonderful. That's you.
whenever I hear My Way, I get emotional. I
Yeah.
really do.
This morning you did.
Yeah, because I like to think I did things my way. Even when I was wrong, I did it my way. Not good, but best mob movie of all time: Goodfellas, The Godfather, Casino, Bronx Tale. You're missing one.
Yeah.
And I just met with Armand Desante. We were in Vegas the other day to celebrate the 30th anniversary of HBO's Gotti with Armand Desante and Anthony Quinn. If you haven't seen that movie, go on YouTube later on. It's for free and watch it. Brilliantly acted, brilliantly authentic, because I know them very well. And it's right up there. Now, obviously, The Godfather, come on, classic like you wouldn't believe. But and Goodfellas too. I mean, these are all great movies.
Yeah.
A Bronx Tale.
That's my favorite.
Come on, that's Cammie's favorite. We love. I mean, we're very close friends with Chaz Palminteri. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Just some of the one-liners in there. You're saying you're going to be saying for the rest of your life.
You got to go see it live when he does.
Got to see the live show.
The show he does.
Yes.
What does he do? The show, and he
it's a one-man show.
Characters, a one-man show.
Bronx Tale, the one-man show, and he does it all on stage. That's how the movie came out.
Incredible.
De Niro happened to see him doing that, and they made the movie.
He's incredible.
Incredible. But these are all great movies, but go see that one. Absolutely. Best on-screen wise guy of all time. Pesci, De Niro, Gandolfini, Pacino, or someone else. For me, again, Armand Desante in
oh yeah, gosh.
Yeah,
You're
in
obsessed
Gotti.
with that movie.
You have to see it, people. You'll get it. And I guess because I knew Gotti so well too, I knew most of the guys that these people played, but he just killed the role. It was magnificent. Pesci, come on.
Yeah.
How can you duplicate Joe Pesci? He lights up the screen. De Niro.
They're all amazing.
Yeah, they're great. Gandolfini, he played a great role.
But when you watch Gotti with Armand, you've seen it so many times, and every time you watch it, like, God forbid I come in the room or I say something or ask you a question, you're like, wait, just 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm like, oh my God, you've seen this 100 times. I guess there's one scene that really gets to you, and I'm like, okay, is the scene over so that I can speak?
Because Cam's so authentic. I got the chills through some of the lines because that was my life.
You're like,
really my life.
Gotti better than Gotti played himself. But.
Yes.
All right.
Beatles or Rolling Stones for me,
Beatles.
Hands down the Beatles. Love the Beatles. I couldn't wait to get to Shea Stadium when they first came here in 1964. My dad got me in. We went to see him. And I will say this, it was on the field in Met Stadium, Shea Stadium at the time. I was right up front. I couldn't hear a word that they sang. That's how loud everybody was cheering for them.
Did you understand them?
The Beatles, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They all had like that accent.
No. When they sang, though, it was American.
That's true. They didn't when they sang.
Yeah, and then on the Ed Sullivan Show, great. Sinatra or Dean Martin? Oh, boy.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, I relate heavily to Sinatra for some reason. He was like the symbol. Well, Dean Martin is
I
more
wanted to be a
handsome.
gold digger, so for me, it's Dean
I
Martin.
stopped you from. Do you remember they called you?
No,
to
that
be-
was babe. That was many years later, babe.
I wasn't
That was
losing you
many
to
years
Dean
later.
Martin.
That
I'll
was
tell you right
that was solid gold, love.
now. Oh, solid gold. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. It was
Dean
somebody.
Martin, babe.
Whatever.
That was way before my time.
But I love Dean Martin too.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I hear their songs. I mean, it brings back
Who's the
everything.
better
Elvis
singer?
or Sinatra?
Oh,
For my wife, hands down, it's Elvis. For me, it has to be Sinatra again. Although my favorite song for Elvis is Return to Sender. And then I love watching him. I liked his movies better than him on stage.
he's
I love
just-
watching him with Anne Margaret.
I
Now,
mean,
he was
Sinatra's
just
a
he was
better
great.
singer, but Elvis is just Elvis. Him and Anne Margaret together, iconic.
All right.
Iconic.
Marlon Brando or Al Pacino?
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando just killed that role.
Yeah.
Iconic. Pacino was terrific. I mean, it's right there. Pacino's best role as a mobster was Lefty Ruggiero in Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
Best. I knew Lefty well. He was just best, but brilliant. Sammy Davis Jr. or Dean Martin? I love Sammy. I knew Sammy personally. He was in the movie that I met you.
Sammy.
I love Sammy.
He's so talented.
I
Oh my
love the guy.
gosh.
Love the guy. I
Pick
knew
his
him
eye.
better than I knew Dean Martin. I'd have to give them Sammy Davis with a better voice. Sammy Davis better
More
voice for
talented.
Sinatra, Dean
Yeah,
Martin,
for
all of
sure.
them,
He
no
could get
doubt.
the best voice, true.
And possibly as an entertainer, more talented.
Yeah.
But I love them both. When did America peak culturally? Post-war 50s, counterculture 60s, disco 70s, Reagan 80s. Oh, man. I love the disco 70s era. I don't know if there was a peak of there. I don't know, man.
Saturday Night Fever. Saturday
Started
Night
a whole new
I was
generation.
a kid, but I remember my parents were like, everybody was dancing their buns
Yeah.
off. And it
And Reagan
carried
in-
on for quite some time.
Reagan in the 80s. Yeah. Yeah. The counterculture 60s, I think, has a hangover today, if you know what I mean. I don't get into politics, but it kind of hung over today with the stuff going on. So I don't know. You know, post-war 50s was
Good
the best
times.
era,
Yeah.
people say, in the history of America, because we were unified. Everybody was so together after the war. Everything was booming. People were nice. Father knows best. You know, fathers were meant something. You know, the Donna Reed show, all those wholesome shows, Ozzie and Harriet, where the family meant everything. Everything. Even my three sons, Cam, you don't remember, you're too young. But my three sons, it was a single dad. But the kids loved him, the boys loved him, and he was a father raising his kids. It was wonderful, wonderful. Different than what we see today. What does going against all odds means to you? Well, it kind of defines something that I did when I walked away from that life. I don't like when somebody tells me I can't do something that I believe I can do. I'm realistic in that regard, but don't tell me I can't do it if I believe I can, because I'm going to do my best to make it happen. So, you know, against all odds is the fact that I'm sitting here talking to all of you. If you listen to the world who said you're never going to make it and you're going to get killed and everything else is going to go wrong in your life, and here I am, extremely blessed. Any more? Great questions, by the way. Thank you.
I do. Sam says I have a surprise for you.
You have a surprise for me?
I do.
I'm loving all these surprises. They've been all great so far, really. And this is a big surprise, having all these people on.
I know, that's so cool. Very cool.
Michael, I want to wish you a
Oh, my
wonderful,
God.
happy, blessed birthday. God bless you, and I can't wait to
Oh,
see you
Chaz,
soon.
we love
Oh,
You
Chaz.
are
wow.
a class act, my friend.
Chaz is the
Proud
best.
to call you my friend.
Is he on? Is he on right
No,
now?
he recorded it. It's pre-recorded.
Okay, it was pre-recorded. I have to tell you, I love Chaz Palminteri. I love his wife. I love his family.
Family's amazing.
He's just so real and just a great guy and a great friend. And, you know, again, just another person I'm so blessed to know and love. And he's coming, you know, we're going to see him in Italy.
We are.
And just a great friend. Thank you, brother. And I do consider him a brother.
For sure. I love Chaz. He's so much
Mr.
fun.
Francis, is your friend Tristan Tate here, just wishing you a very happy birthday. Here's to many, many more.
Yes, Tristan.
Ah,
and
Mr.
Andrew.
Francis, happy
Oh.
birthday, bro. At least
Wow.
100 more.
Wow.
Boys.
I have to tell you, Andrew and Tristan Tate, I know they're controversial.
We love
So am
them.
I. But I know these boys. I call them boys because I could be their father. I know their history. I know their background. I know their struggles. I know everything that they were accused of that wasn't true. And I wouldn't say this if I didn't know it for a fact. I love those guys. I
Yeah.
really do. They're very respectful to me and my family. I've watched them around other people, and I love them. And it's a special treat to hear from them. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. They're wild.
Yo, Michael. Happy birthday. I got a birthday request.
Yeah, look at
Can we do
Drea. She
something
looks
about
so
this gas tax or
beautiful.
what? Am I allowed to say that? Happy birthday. I'm sorry. I
Drea.
had to. I couldn't resist.
Oh, she's wonderful. Loved sitting down with her. Brilliant actress. So great on Sopranos. And just a nice person.
Mhm.
You know, really down to earth, nice person. It's very special.
Very smart.
Oh, yeah. Very,
Very,
very smart.
wise. Yes.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you,
bright.
Drea.
Yes.
What's that?
Was Sopranos one of
Oh,
your-
yeah.
Not initially.
Initially, I would Sopranos, and I don't know. But once I got into it, I mean, Tony Soprano, you had to love him. So sad what happened to him. Gandolfini was great.
Yeah.
I mean, I just loved it. I loved the show. And Drea was terrific. She really was.
Michael, Vinny, and I were reading the New York Times paper today, and on the cover of it, you know, typically they put like presidents and billionaires and all this stuff. Michael Francis, happy birthday to one of the greatest storytellers of all time, and of course a lot of other things. But we got the family out here. We just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, Michael.
Happy birthday. 75 years, Michael. You
75?
75
He looks like
years.
he's 62. I don't believe it.
Gorgeous.
I want to see the birth certificate.
Gorgeous. God bless you, Michael.
Vinny, so
Happy
wild.
birthday. Take care. Give our best to the
Oh,
entire
that's
family.
very
God bless.
kind.
Bye-bye.
Very kind.
Well, you know, this is such an honor. Patrick Bet-David, I love the guy. I love the success that he has. I love his family, his whole crew, Vinny and Adam and all of them. They're just
A good
just
bunch.
great. And he's always treated me well, Patrick. He's a real gentleman, very intelligent guy. And I love him. You know, what could I say? These are all the good people that I've met. You know, some of them on social media and some of them you just come across, and really wonderful. Thank you for the team. Thank you.
Now you have a special call.
I have a special
You're
call.
gonna speaker, it's a call you've never heard. Say hello?
Hello. Yeah, this is Michael.
Michael, happy birthday. 75 years. Wow. Most people who lived in the world you came from never saw 50. Would you agree?
Wow, that sounds like me. Oh my God, did you duplicate me in a? Wow.
It's AI, Michael. Hold it there.
Let me ask you this. Not for nothing. Do you know who's talking to you?
Yes, now you do.
Now I do. Yeah, God. You know, I got to tell
Say
you,
hi,
this is
Michael.
scary because when you're gone, you're not gone anymore.
You're not.
Between this and a hologram, you just it's very scary. Wow. Is he still talking?
That's fair. This isn't one of your guys playing a joke. This is you. Well, not exactly. It is your voice, your words, your story.
Michael,
It's
Vinny, and
gonna
I
be
were
AI.
reading the New York Times.
Our Egg, one of your partners and investors in Franzese Wine, his company Voice Crew AI, they built me. And from this day forward, I'll be available to the rest of your audience. Look for me on the Franzese Wine
Wow.
website.
This was one of our investors in Franzese Wine created this AI. It's remarkable. It really is. That's special.
It really- I'd like your permission to take a moment and recognize the incredible life you've lived. May I do that?
You can do that.
Over the issue, what most men never see, you survived what most men don't survive. And by the grace of God, you didn't just survive, You became a
Michael
symbol for
Franzese,
transformation.
it's your
You became a
75th
husband, a
birthday.
father, a
I can't
grandfather, a man
believe
of
it.
faith,
You don't
and a
look a
voice for
day
people who
over
still believe their
74.
story
You know
isn't
what?
over.
No, you're,
God gave you
you're
another
very well
chance, and you're
preserved for
not wasting
75.
it.
I think it must be
Congratulations, my
those
friend. Now, shall we
meatballs
talk
that
about
your mother gave you
wines?
the recipe for.
Yes, we
But
can talk
seriously,
about
thank you
wine.
for your life. Thank you for your testimony,
Tonight is
your
about
beautiful
you.
family, all that you
Celebrating your life
mean
and legacy.
to us and
So what
our
are you
family.
drinking to celebrate?
I'm drinking the blackberry right now.
The blackberry. That's a good choice. Sunny, sweet, full of flavor. It fits the night. Happy birthday, Michael. One last time. Enjoy the celebration. Your crew and audience can find me at franzesewine.com
Michael
/call.
Franzese, it's your
And if
70th.
they want their own voice AI, have them visit voicecrew.ai /Michael. There's a discount waiting for you. They'll take care of you. Goodbye.
Well, from one Michael Francis to another Michael Francis, very scary. Thank you very much. Wow. I mean, it's people. I'm telling you,
Michael
when
Franzese, it's your
you're gone, you're not gone anymore. It's scary in a way, but hey, progress. We can't stop it. Who knows where it's going to lead? I don't know, but it's amazing. We have one more friend.
Michael Franzese, it's your
Oh.
75th birthday. I can't believe it. You don't look a day over 74. You know what? You're very well preserved for 75. I think it must be those meatballs that your mother gave you the recipe for. But seriously, thank you for your life. Thank you for your testimony, your beautiful family, all that you mean to us and our family, the Lauries, our church, and just the world. You know, the world's a better place because Michael Franzese is in it, shining your light for Jesus Christ. So, happy birthday.
Wow. That's my pastor, Pastor Greg Laurie. I love the guy. I mean, he did so much for me. Just listening to him on the radio when I was in solitary confinement. That's how far back I go with Greg. I love him. He's been, there for my family through some tough times, and has just become a dear friend. Him and his whole family, his beautiful wife, Kath, his son, Jonathan, everybody, just love them. So thank you, Greg. Thank you. Wow. People, it's like I said, this is your legacy. To have friends like that, to have people that are willing to come and devote an hour or two of their time to sit with you. It's you can ask for more than that in life, really. It's it's amazing, and I'm very grateful. I really am. All right. Yeah. Now at 5 o'clock, are we approaching that? I have a message, people, that I want to give to all of you. And I know some of you that watch me, I'm pretty vocal about my politics. This is not about politics. I don't want to go there. And I want you to understand something. When I express myself about politics, about a certain politician or whatever, it's not because I'm in love or I'm in hate with that politician. It's not about that. I came from a place where I saw a lot of people do bad things. I did bad things, and I saw a lot of damage being done. And I just believe that when people take an oath and they promise you, they put their left hand on the Bible, right hand swear to tell the truth. And the truth is that they are going to benefit you, work for you, not for their own personal agenda, not for their own personal wealth, that they have a responsibility and an obligation to do the right thing for the people that place their trust in them. So when I come out forcefully in someone's behalf, it's because I believe in their policies and that their policies are good and rational and the right thing for America and its people and the world in a way. And when I come out against somebody, it's because I believe they're not being honest and they're leading you down a path and they have their own self-interest in mind and not those of the people that they represent. So please understand that it's above politics for me. I hate the word politics. It's right or wrong. It's good for people or it's not. Now, I may not always be the last word. I might make a mistake. I might be wrong. You might disagree. But I'm telling you what I honestly feel. And if there's any way that you believe that I'm trying to hurt people in saying this, that's not it. Let people live their lives. If I disagree with them morally, physically, spiritually, they can leave their lives as long as they're not infringing upon ours. That's what I believe. It's up to God to decide where these people end up or what happens for them in their life, not me. But I do try, since God gave me a platform, I try to make people tell the truth and represent us all in the right way. That's what it's all about. So many people can't understand that. And they think, oh, you're in Trump's pocket, or, the Israelis are paying you, or whatever they say. It's not so. I am blessed. I don't need anybody to take care of me in that way. God has taken care of me. My wife has, my team, the people that I'm around, that I've surrounded myself with. I don't need I need those people to do the right thing for my country, for my children, for my grandchildren. That's who I worry about. That's my concern. So please understand that. Disagree with me. Comment. Let's respectfully talk about it. It's okay. And we can respectfully disagree and still like one another. It's not all about politics, doesn't define us. Our feelings for one another define us. Our hearts define us. And my message is going to be tailored in that, because I just want people to know on my 75th birthday what I'm all about. And people, let me tell you something. One day we're all going to, I believe, we're going to stand before our Lord, and we're going to be held accountable for everything that we've done. And we can say we're great people. I can get up here and tell you I'm the greatest Christian, which I'm not, the greatest person, the greatest everything. But when we stand in front of God, He knows our hearts. He knows if I'm being a hypocrite or not. You cannot pull a scam on God. So that final judgment is the one that really is going to matter. So if I'm kidding myself and by trying to kid all of you, I'm going to pay the ultimate price. And I'm not shy to tell you, I'm afraid of that. That's the ultimate judgment. So I'm trying to come to you all from a good place, not from a bad place. And that's what my message is always about. And we're almost ready, right? So I want to remind you all, people, America has its faults like any other country, but we are a great country because we have great people in this country. I've told you when we opened up, I have met so many of them. I've done over 2,000 events. I've met people all across this country from every corner of it. And I've met good people. Most people, they want comfort. They want some convenience. They really want a family. They want to be able to pay their bills. They want to be able to have good neighbors, enjoy their Sundays, their kids, their wives, their husbands, their children. That's what most people want. And we live in a country that takes care of that most of the time. But like any other place, things get corrupted, things happen, and we have to fight against it. It's the people of this country that matter. At the end of the day, we can have the power to make this country all that it should be. We've done it before. Our history is tremendous. And things may not look that great today, but they can be better tomorrow if we all work together and unite. Unity. One of my problems with all politicians, they're very divisive. They set the tone. It trickles down to the people, below, and they get these ideas in their head. If these people were honest in office and said, hey, we have an obligation to the people. We're not supposed to be fighting one another. We're supposed to be setting a good example how to get along. So if you don't want to do it, let's get in the back room, resolve our differences, and go out and make the proper appearance to people that we are fighting for one nation under God. And boy, if I had the ability to be the consigliere to some of these politicians, that would be my message. Stop the nonsense. Stop this ugly rhetoric. Stop all of that. Because you're hurting people. You're creating animosity. You're breeding hatred. We don't need that in this country. We don't need it. So I want you to bear with me for 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not going to belabor the issue, but I do hope something resonates. Sometimes in life, you can sit down and listen to somebody for an hour, and maybe one sentence resonates with you, and you carry it throughout your life. That's happened to me many times, mostly from my dad and from people that I respected. One little thing. I'll give you an example really quick before I start. My mother was pretty rough on me. I wasn't treated tenderly when I was a kid. And I love my mother. I'm just telling you the way it is. She didn't spare the rod. I always say, if there was any toughness in my life, it really came from my mother. Wisdom, more from my dad. But my mom made me tough. So I'm 10 years old. And she was yelling at me. I think she might have smacked me for something. I don't know. I walk into my living room, and there's my Uncle Joe. Hard fighting, merchant marine, drank a lot, 20 years on a ship. And he looked at me and he said, "What's the matter with you?" I said, "Oh, my mother, Uncle Joe, she's on me again." And he looked at me, and I thought he was going to comfort me. He said, "You got a dictionary in this house?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Go get it." I go upstairs, I get the dictionary, I bring it down. He said, "You know where the letter S is?" I said, "Yeah, Uncle Joe." He said, "Open it up. Get to the letter S." I open it up and I hold it like this. And I said, "Here you, Uncle Joe." He said, "Find the word sympathy." I find it. I said, "Here it is, Uncle Joe." He said, "You found it?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Don't ever look for it again." Just like that. I said, "Whoa." And it really got to me. No matter what goes on, and sympathy doesn't help. Doesn't help. So I never feel sorry for myself. Even when I was in prison and locked in a hole, I said, "You know what? Don't get me. You caused this. You deserve this. This is where you belong. Shut up and pay the price." And you know what, people? Little things like that sometimes resonate in you and make you a better person. So, some of the most historical moments that I got to see in my life, something that really resonates. I mean, we talked about the Beatles and Frank Sinatra and all those great things, but I lived through 7 decades, 7.5 now. One thing I remember when you talk about unity, when President Kennedy was shot and killed, for 4 or 5 days, we didn't have cable TV. We only had network television. Nothing was on television but the Kennedys, the family, the funeral, everything. I was 11, 12 years old. It's like, enough of this already. But you know what it meant? The whole country was united. There was no hatred that I heard, not one word towards John Kennedy. People didn't vote for him. The race between him and Nixon was razor thin. I know, because we helped get Kennedy elected. But the country was divided as far as who they voted for. But when that man died, everybody pulled together. There wasn't a negative word about him that I recall. Now, some of you may say, "Well, Michael, you didn't hear it." I'm only telling you what I recall. The country was unified. They rallied around our president. And I'm not talking about presidents right now. I'm just talking about that particular time. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I'll never forget. So that, I remember the Vietnam War, unfortunately. I remember the Berlin Wall coming down. What a great event. Reagan, Gorbachev, take that wall down. Just so many things in our history that were just so wonderful in this country. And I want to see it come back. I really mean it. I want to see us support one another and have these things come back. Because at the end of the day, we got to root for our country and its people. Because listen, when America is the world leader, the world is a better place because of our people. And I'm not denigrating or demeaning anyone else. It's just the way the chips fell. We are a great country, and we should be the world leaders for our morals and the way we just have built this country over the years. So this is my address, and I thank you all in advance for, giving me the pleasure and the privilege of relaying it all to you. So today, people, I'm very blessed to turn 75 years old. I still find it hard to believe that I've lived through more than a quarter of this country's history, almost a third. I was here for the Cuban Missile Crisis. I remember that well. I watched a man walk on the moon. I know people are saying that didn't really happen. It really happened. I watched a president get shot in Dallas. I told you about that. I watched the Berlin Wall come down. I'll tell you that again. I've seen this country at its highest, and I've seen it at its lowest. And I'm telling you this right now, I have never seen it like it is today. Let me take you back to November 22nd, 1963. I was 12 years old. President Kennedy was assassinated, and I'll say this again. 4 days nonstop, the entire country stopped. The television stations went off the air. They played nothing but the funeral. Republicans and Democrats sat in the same living rooms, and they mourned together because he was a great man. He was our president. For 4 days, we were one country. I watched it with my own eyes. Now you look around. When was the last time this country agreed on anything for 4 hours, let alone 4 days? When was the last time you sat across a table from somebody who voted differently than you and treated them like a human being instead of an enemy? We're not enemies. We've lost something. And I'm not going to spend my 75th birthday pretending we haven't. Now, I've earned the right to talk about division. I've lived inside of it for many years. I spent the first half of my life tearing things apart. I was in a world built on suspicion, on grudges, on getting even at times. I know what it looks like when people stop talking and start hating and shouting at one another. I know what it costs. I lost years of my life to it. I lost people I loved to it, and I've spent the second half of my life trying to put back what the first half tore down. So when I tell you this country is in trouble, I'm not telling you because I read it on the internet. I'm telling you because I've been on both sides of the wall. So when I tell you this country is in trouble, I'm not telling you because I read it on the internet. I'm telling you because I've been on both sides. And here's what I see, and I'll keep it simple. I see leaders on both sides talking about each other the way we used to talk about enemies of this country. That's sad, people. I see media that gets rich every time we get angrier. I see families that haven't sat down to dinner together in years, and I mean that. I see neighbors who don't know each other's names. When we used to be kids, we knew everybody. We never locked our doors. We knew everybody. We walked down the street, people would greet us. They were friends, but they don't know each other now. I see kids growing up watching their parents scream at the television and thinking that's what being an American looked like, and it's not. That's not who we are. That's who we've been trained to be. I spent the last 30 years traveling this country. I've said it earlier, 2,000 events. I've spoken in churches in Mississippi, schools in California, prisons in Texas, ballrooms in New York. I've shaken hands with conservatives and liberals, Christians and Jews, Muslims and people who don't believe in any of it. Black and white, rich and broke, cops and ex-cons. And I'm going to tell you something. Almost every single person I've met has been good, decent, hardworking, loving their kids, wanting their neighborhoods to be safe, wanted their country to be strong, wanted to be treated with a little respect. The division you see on TV, that's not America. That's a product. Somebody's selling it and we've been buying it. So here's my message on my 75th birthday. This country doesn't get healed in Washington. It never has. It never will. It gets healed at the dinner table. So I'm going to ask you to start with one thing. Unite with your family. That's all. That's everything. I can't unite this country. No man can. No president, no preacher, no soldier, no speech. I have lived long enough to know that the great healing of a nation has never come from a podium. It's never come from a capital. It's never come from one man. It has come always, always from a table, from a mother who set one more plate, from a father who unclenched his hand, from a brother who picked up the phone after 10 years of silence, from a daughter who came home. That's where countries are saved. That's where they have always been saved, and it's not going to change. You think you're powerless? You're not powerless. You think one family can't change a nation? One family is the only thing that has ever changed a nation. There are 100 million families in America tonight, 100 million tables, 100 million chances. If even half of those tables sat down this Sunday and chose love over being right, chose the meal over the argument, chose the person over the opinion, this country would be unrecognizable by Christmas. That's not a dream. That's just arithmetic. So I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you, sit down with your family this Sunday, the whole family, the ones who don't agree with you and the ones who do agree with you, the ones who voted like you and the ones who didn't, the ones who go to church and the ones who left it, the ones who are easy to love and the ones not that easy. Put the phones away. Please put the phones away. Turn the television off. Look the people you love right in the eye. And if there's someone at that table that you have been carrying anger towards, let it go. Just for one meal, forgive them, even if they didn't ask, especially if they didn't ask. If I have watched men die holding on to grudges once, I did it many, many more times. I watched it from a prison cell. I watched it from a hospital bed. And I'm telling you, from the other side of 75 years on this earth, it's not worth it. Nothing you are holding on to tonight is worth what it's costing you. So let it go. Let it go. And hear me on this, because if you remember nothing else from anything I have ever said, remember this: opinions do not shape us. Love shapes us. You know, the two greatest commandments, love God and love your neighbor. God didn't preach that. He gave that to us. The man across from you who voted differently, he's not your enemy. He's your brother. The sister who you haven't spoken to in 3 years. She's not the argument you had. She's your sister. The father who disappointed you, he's still your father. Opinions are smoke. Love is your house. Get this right at your table, just at your table, and you will get it right with your neighbor. Get it right with your neighbor, and you'll get it right on your street. Get it right on your street, and you'll get it right in your city. Get it right in your city, and you'll get it right in your country. And that's true, people. This is not a poem. This is the truth. It's not coming from Washington. It's not coming from the news. It's not coming from me. It's coming from all of you, from your kitchen, from this Sunday, one family, one table, one meal, one forgiveness, one America. I'm not going to stand here and tell you I've got it all figured out. I don't. I don't know who's going to fix this country from the top. I don't believe anybody can. I don't know what the next election is going to bring. I don't know how we got here exactly, and I don't know how long the road back is going to be. But I know this, and after 75 years, I'm allowed to say I know something. America doesn't get saved by a politician. It gets saved by a family. It gets saved by a family, the one you were born into and the one you built. It gets saved by the meal you cook on Sunday and the brother you call after 10 years and the neighbor you've waved at instead of avoiding. It gets saved by you remembering that the person on the other side of that table or that fence or that argument is still your neighbor. That's the country I was born into. That's the country I want to leave to my grandkids. My father was sentenced to 50 years in prison. If I had not left everything to fight for him, he would have died behind bars. I united with my father, even after all the differences we have, and he lived to 103. Sad life, but he lived to 103. When I walked away from the life I was in, they said I was a dead man. 30 years later, I'm sorry, my dear partner had something to say to me, wants me to make sure I don't forget. But you know, they said I was a dead man. 30 years later, they're all gone. Everybody that predicted my death, you know, they're either scratching their heads, they've become my friends. People, Rudy Giuliani wanted to put me away for 100 years. He's now my friend. An agent who had an undercover operation on me for 8, 9 months, 83 tape recordings. He's now my friend. Joe Pistone, Donnie Brasco, who I met on the street with another guy. Had I stayed in contact, I wouldn't be here. He's now my friend. And it goes on and on and on. The best way to defeat your enemies, make them your friends. I'm telling you, people, it really works. So I'm talking to you because I'm the one still here. From a bottle on my 75th birthday, and I want to show you this bottle. It's absolutely amazing. It was gift given to me just before we started this. I didn't know. My partner, my team had it made, and it's commemorating 75 years of my life. And people, this is special. What they've done on this bottle, they've contrasted my former life with my current life. Up here, I took an oath to become a made man, life in a wrong direction. Here it was a Bible. From here it was a burning saint, and here it was a Bible where God transformed my life. This is the old me, okay, in the mob. This is the you me talking to all of you. This was me with my dad, and you know, again, when I was a made guy, and here I am speaking from the pulpit and married from, you know, the girl that God used to save my life. And here was my mob family, and here's my family today. And they created a beautiful bottle, really a beautiful bottle. I have to say it. I'm so proud of this, and it's against all odds. And you know what, people? I created those odds with mistakes that I made and wrongful things that I did. I created all those odds. But it was my God, my family, and my friends that got me through it. And I want to tell you, at the end of this message, I'm going to finish it by what's written on the back of this bottle. And they did this for me. I had no idea. I honestly didn't. I have a great team, wonderful, wonderful people. And, you know, part of the reason that all of you are watching is because of the effort my team puts in. I don't know how to do all of this. I just sit and talk and relay my experience and talk about stories. They make it all happen. My beautiful wife, she does all the video. My team here, they're terrific. They just know how to make it jump off the screen, and I'm so thankful to them. But I want to say this. On my 75th birthday, they're telling you this country is finished, that the divide is too wide, that you too small to change it, that America is never coming back. Don't believe any of it. And let me read this. I need my glasses. That's a sign of old age, but not too old because I've been wearing these glasses for quite some time. This is the end of my message. My father was sentenced to 50 years in prison. If I had not left school and everything that I had going to fight for his release, he would have died behind bars. I was successful with the help of others. I didn't do it alone. Don't get me wrong. I'm not playing the hero here. But the truth of the matter, my mother and I, we led the charge. I united with my father, and he lived to 103. When I walked away from the life I was in, they said I was a dead man. 30 years later, they're all gone, and I'm here. I'm still here talking to you from a bottle on my 75th birthday. Now they're telling you this country is finished, the divide is too wide, you're too small to change it, that America is never coming back. I've heard that song my entire life. And every single time they said it could not be done, it got done. Not by Washington, not by the news, by the people who refused to swallow the story they were being told, by those wonderful people that fought in wars, gave up their lives for their country and for the people that they loved. Wherever there is unity, there is love, and love is the most powerful force in this world, bar none. No darkness is too dark for light to peer through. No hatred is too deep for love to break. So sit down with your family. Oh, God. Sit down with your family. Call the brother you've been out with war with. I did that. Didn't see my brother for over 10 years and called him, and now we're together again. And there was a lot that went on between us. Pour a glass of wine for the neighbor who voted the other way. They say it can't be done. People, I won't be here forever, but here is what I want to see before I go. A country where family matters and Sunday dinners are louder than the news, where the table is bigger than the argument, where a father and a son can disagree about everything around a table and still pour each other a glass of wine, where neighbors are there for each other, where family actually means family, not just shared DNA. America is still the greatest country, and that great country that I grew up in is still here. It's just been waiting for you to come home. So come home, people. You hold your future, no one else. United, we can win against all odds. And you know, it's nice that they had this engraved on the bottle. And look at this bottle, man. It really is beautiful. Against all odds. How many people out there believe that you've had a life where many times you had to go against the odds? Well, we're having to do that in this country now, and I think we can. And I want to enjoy a glass of wine with all of you. I'm going to finish my blackberry. And let me tell you about this, people. I didn't know this either, but this is our Rennie Reserve wine, very special. The way it was produced and processed, very special. They just introduced this. Honestly, I didn't know it until 10 minutes before we started here. But, you know, again, this is legacy, people remembering you. And so I want to have a glass of wine with all of you, another glass. I want to taste it for the first time. Oh, wait, let me get that blackberry out. Not going to drink too much while I'm hosting all of you. Got that good Francis wine aroma. Wow, people, this is delicious. I have to tell you, you know, you talk about against all odds. When we started this company, 26-year-old kid, I think he was 21 at the time, comes to me about a vineyard in Armenia. I'm Italian. I know Italian wine. I know French wine. I know Napa Valley. Been drinking wine since my grandfather was making it in his basement when I was 10 years old. Against all odds, we've created this wine, and this company has blossomed. And I have to tell you, I'm so proud of the job my partner's done, the team. Who would have thought that a wine from Armenia can be accepted so well in this country? And it really has. We're doing extremely well. Now, this special bottle and this case, special, commemorating my 75 years on this planet, is available to all of you at franzese.com/75. And you'll get the message on the bottle. If it meant something to you, and I hope it did, whether it be one line or the whole thing, I really mean that. And, you know, it'd be a privilege. And people know this. Every time you buy a bottle of wine, we donate a percentage to a great cause. and that is to help the human trafficking, rescuing young children. Very supportive of that. Kids mean everything to me. I have 7 grandchildren. I love every one of them dearly. And we have to help these kids. And we donate and we support that with everything that we have. And we really mean that. So, and we love to do things for good causes. So I hope you'll engage and help us and support us in that way. And I really want you to enjoy the wine. And this is a 1 bottle exclusive Zoom event. If you get 1 bottle, what's the deal on that now? Okay, if you buy 1 bottle on June 3rd, we're gonna have a Zoom call with all of you. We're gonna share some things I haven't shared on YouTube. I don't share everything on YouTube. And we're going to have a Q&A, and we're going to do it for as long as you want to that night. You hang in with me, I'll hang in with you. So you buy 1 bottle, exclusive Zoom event. Oh, yeah. You also get a ticket to the raffle. Okay, just by purchasing the wine, you get a ticket to the raffle. Now, listen to this. If you haven't heard about it, next year, the end of March, there's a cruise, an exclusive cruise, the Franzese Family Cruise. Going to be there for a week with my whole family. Brilliant cruise, Norwegian Cruise Line, terrific ship. We're going to spend a week together. We're going to have sessions together. We're going to have dinners together. We're going to have Q&As. We're going to do ministry. We're going to do everything. You're going to meet my family. We're going to spend 7 days together on that cruise. Well, here's the offer. Everybody that buys 1 bottle, it goes buying that bottle is your raffle ticket. And we're going to pick the raffle that night. And forever the winner is going to get a trip for 2 on that cruise on us. We're buying the cruise for you. And I'm going to be excited. I want one of you to win. So you buy a bottle. That bottle becomes your raffle ticket. And that night on June 3rd, somebody's going to be the winner. You're going to spend a week on us on a terrific cruise with the Franzese family. We can't wait. We're looking forward to it, and we're really going to enjoy it. Now, if you buy 12 bottles of this, we're going to have an in-person private dinner on us. You and me, we're going to arrange it. You're going to bring you out here to Newport Beach and my favorite restaurant. Not going to tell you what it is right now, but you buy 12 bottles. We'll spend the evening together. We'll do your Q&A. We'll drink our wine. We'll have a terrific dinner. I promise you that. We're going to spend a wonderful night together. And I look forward to that. People, I'm a people person. I enjoy that. And when I sit down with somebody, you got me. No distractions, no nothing. You're my guest. I'm here with you for the entire time. Same on the cruise. You're going to get a lot of me and my family. And I wanted you to meet my family. You know, we're an extended family. Everybody on this earth, and I know some people have a hard time buying into that, extended family. People, I went to Dubai just before we had all this trouble in Iran. I went to Dubai. People were wonderful. And they don't look like me. They don't talk like me. They practice a different faith. They were wonderful. Israel, people were wonderful. Bulgaria, China, Japan. I've been all over. The Philippines, you name it. People were wonderful. We really are all one in the kingdom of God. When we start to understand that, and if our politicians see that from us, maybe they'll get the message. Maybe they will. We have to send that message strongly to them. So remember, every bottle of wine that you buy, this beautiful bottle and this delicious wine, okay, that bottle becomes your raffle ticket. On June 3rd, we have a Zoom call for as much time as we need. And then we pick the winner. And the winner is going to get a 7-day cruise, Norwegian Cruise Line, terrific ship, one of their newest. I think it's called the Aqua. Amazing boat, 25 restaurants. We go to, I think, 3 Caribbean islands, plus their private island. We'll jet ski together, fly on those kites, whatever they call it. Get on the beach, have a great, great time, meet my family, and then we'll have some private sessions together. We have a lot of people that have already bought into the cruise. We're going to have a great time. I love to offer it to my people. I really do. So your bottle of wine becomes a raffle ticket. Don't miss out on this. It's an offer you shouldn't refuse. June 3rd, Zoom call for all of you. For those of you that buy 12 bottles, bringing you to Newport Beach, and we're going to have a dinner on me. We're going to spend the night together and just have a wonderful time. So, and hopefully, you know what, more than anything, because look, you'll drink the wine will be gone, but I hope this bottle has an impact on you. Okay, for those of you that are struggling, I made a tremendous change in my life. Through God, anything is possible. Through the right people that support you. I always tell people, surround yourself with the right people in life. It's so important. They're the ones that make you who you are in a way. I really mean that. I hope this bottle, if you see it on the shelf in your home, it says something to you. You know, my legacy, that's what I want to be remembered for. So I hope you engage.
The legacy.
Yes, say that again.
The legacy.
Oh, and my my team is good. I want you to know I had 3 glasses of wines earlier at lunch today. So if you see me a little off, it's because I'm very happy. I really am. But yeah, the legacy message is on the back, and you'll read it better than probably I said it to you today. But people, I hope this isn't the last of the times that we get together. I really want to create a family, and I'm hoping it goes global and it lives way after I'm gone. You know, we have a community of like-minded people at school. We have almost 1,000 people in there. And let me tell you some people, they pay $10 a month. That's it. We're not looking to grab people. This isn't a money grab. We just want people to have a good time. We have we have salaries to support and a team that works hard. You know, I really want to create a family of people that can work together, that can make a phone call if they need something. You know, I have said this, and I'll actually give you a course on this, and I really mean it. We can start it on the boat. We can start it on the Zoom. Networking has been a major, major reason for any success I've had in my life. Meeting people, getting to know them, getting them to like you, want to be around you. So important. You can meet somebody, you know, one day of the week, and maybe 2 years later, you remember something about that person. You call them up and they greet you properly, and something beneficial can happen, whether it be business or any other way. Networking is so important. You know, be a people person. It's really important. I promise you, it will benefit you throughout your life. And many of you know that. Well, I got cut off here for a minute. We good? Okay. I can't hear. I'm off here. Yeah. Am I not supposed to be hearing now? Oh, okay. So I'm going to be hearing people that are on the Zoom call, correct? All right. I don't hear them through here, though. Where am I going to hear them? I'm not hearing it. Okay. All right. Your turn, everyone. Anthony Robito. I know him. Good man. Who else? A lot of people that I recognize. One of you are going to be on the cruise with me. I know that. Who's it going to be?
Hey, Michael.
Yes.
It's Michael Devlin.
Hey, Mike. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. Happy 75th birthday to you, my brother.
Thank you. Brother.
So glad to be here with you and everyone else to celebrate this day with you and your family. I know they had a band, but I understand they had to go sing for the FBI instead.
I get it.
One of my questions I've got for you is, you know, what do you think about young people today and they're glamorizing the mob lifestyle? And what can we change about it? I guess maybe.
Well, you know, look, young people that glamorize the lifestyle, the criminal lifestyle, the mob lifestyle, whatever, they're just being misled. You know, they see what they see. It's being romanticized in many ways through the media, through, the entertainment industry. I've been fighting against that, ever since I walked away from the life, whether it be in prison or in a juvenile hall or with these gangbangers that I meet in church or wherever, I have the opportunity to meet them. to let them understand it's a dead end street. We're not supposed to be doing those things, you know? And it's glamorized because people in the entertainment world and the media, they profit off of it. Let's face it. It's just a wrong message. You know, I've said this many times, people, and it's part of my message. The root problem we have in America is the breakup of the family. That's it. These young kids, I see them. I was with them in prison. I spent a lot of time with them. These kids come into prison. They never had a father figure in their house. Their mother, you know, got pregnant at a young age. She's trying to support them. They get out on the street, meet with other kids in similar situations. They have to make money. They have to put food on their table. So they deal drugs, or they do this or do that. What chance did they have? They have no upbringing. You know, and people would to tell me, well, that's not my responsibility. These are not my kids. And I said, no, you're wrong. It's your responsibility because we as adults created the environment that they're living in today. We said it's okay to have children out of wedlock. We said it's okay to have one-parent families. We said it's okay to do the opposite of things that are reasonable and rational. So they picked up on it, and they're the product of what we created. So as human beings, we have a responsibility to make it better. And I honestly believe that. Again, it's accepting responsibility for something that we, as a culture, made a mistake on. You know, too much freedom is not good. Michael, you know that. Authority is good. Having restrictions in life is good. Accountability in life is good. Too much freedom is not good. People that live, oh, we can do anything that we want. Well, you can, but you're not supposed to. There are rules, there are policies, there are morality that you have to live by in order to respect other people and be respected in return. And that's the message these young people have. And you know what? When they hear it, they want to buy into it. I know. When I speak to 200 juveniles in prison, they don't want to be there. They want to hear, but then how do they have hope? I speak to them for an hour and then I'm gone. Now what? Yeah. We as a community have to support these young people. It's very important. The things that they're being taught in school, I cringe. I cringe. How do you be taught that you don't need a family? We need family. We all need to be a family. And they're taught just the opposite. I don't know where this mentality came from, but this is something we as a nation and a people have to fight against. You know, to get everybody on our side, not to hate people, not to kill them, not to throw them in prison, to get them on our side. That's what it's all about, to unite. Michael, good question.
Well, thank you. And again, happy 75th. And I'm glad you got this platform to for everybody, and looking forward to your A Man's Man book coming out.
And that'll be out soon. We just, believe me, I was so technical about this book because it's really about Jesus of Nazareth, the only true man's man that ever lived. And I'm normally not fussy about the cover, but I was so fussy about the cover that I was driving everybody crazy. And of course, my wife and my daughter, who have better judgment than me when it comes to things like that, we finally decided on the cover. So the book is being bound and ready now. I'm very thankful. I've had this book in my heart for years to talk about Jesus, the only person as a man that we should ever emulate in our life, because he checks every box. And I want to go through that. And it's been a powerful message that I've delivered over the years. And now it's in writing, and hopefully it does what it's supposed to do. And that is bring people to the Lord and make people have a better life. So thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Another question? Oh, okay. After this one. You got another question coming. You know, people, I want to know, I really mean this. To see a bottle of wine like this and to see all of this, that my crew and my team went out of the way to do something like this for me, is very humbling. It really is, you know, to be honored like this. Because, you know, I want to tell you something. Whenever we think in life that we're so great, I've seen some of the most powerful men in the world who had the power of life and death one day, and the next day they were living in someone else's underwear, locked behind bars, taking orders from somebody 30 years their junior. Whenever we believe that we're that powerful, that beyond reproach, or we deserve everything, we're only kidding ourselves. Life is very delicate, very, very fragile. I realized that as a kid growing up with the Shah of Iran. Some of you may not realize the wealthiest guy in the world, most powerful guy. One day, next day, he was running for his life. And then with all his money and everything he had, he couldn't defeat cancer. We're kidding ourselves. This is humility. This is not ego. This is not praising yourself. This is humility, that people will think enough of you to honor you in such a way, and for us to bring it all to you. And that's what I mean. I thank my team for that, and my partner especially. Okay, one more person on Zoom. I'm waiting.
Michael.
Yes.
Hello, sir. A big happy 75th birthday to you.
Thank you.
And also congratulations on the 2 million followers.
Thank you. Yes, I have to tell you, that's I never even dreamed I would reach that plateau. I never even thought about reaching 1 million. To me, it was more about, who am I reaching the people, and are they relating to me, and is this worth it, and am I having an impact? And then the numbers start to grow, and the team is around you and say, you're approaching 1 million. You're approaching 2 million. It's like, wow. And then you contrast it against everybody else, and you say, you know what, that's an accomplishment, and I owe it all to you, all of you. You have 1 million different choices on YouTube. The fact that you select mine is very meaningful, and I appreciate it.
My question was, about 3 years ago, you had a really nice sit down in Arizona with Sammy Gravano.
Yes.
I was just wondering, do you still keep in touch with him, or would you guys ever sit down again?
I am in touch with Sammy quite a bit. He actually called me last week to tell me something, to give me some information, just about, normal stuff, nothing out of the way. Sammy and I have really patched it up. After we had what I think was a little embarrassing, I was upset with myself because we kind of he lost it a little more than me, but I lost it too. And then when I sat down with Patrick Ben-David and him, and Patrick arranged that, and then we had a call on social media, an internet call, and I kind of got a little bit out of control, and I really was ashamed of myself for doing that. And then Sammy and I got together, and I said, Sammy, we don't make ourselves look good. We don't make our former life good. Not that we're trying to, but there are some people there that we had as friends. There were some things about that life that I still miss and that I cherish, and I think we're good. So why would we make ourselves and everything that we had look so bad? And we became friends after that. And we've been friends. And I love his son. His daughter got on my show. She was so genuine, so real. So we become good friends at this point. I don't judge for what he did the way he don't judge for what I did. That's look, people do what they do. And are we ever going to do something against together? Unfortunately, Sammy had some issues. I don't know. And for a while, his parole officer wouldn't allow him to talk to me. But that's gone now. So we may do things together. And Sammy has become a Christian, and it's genuine. You hear all the stuff on the haters on social media saying this and that and that. Hey, anybody can come to the Lord. Anybody. And Sammy's transformation and conversion is genuine. No question about it. I know that was a long answer. I'm sorry, but is he disconnected? Okay, one more.
Hi, Michael. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Who is this?
This is Anna Norman.
Oh, Anna, how are you?
Oh, wonderful. This is a pleasure to chat with you on this special day.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And to add to the 2 million, we all could probably agree that your wisdom is invaluable, is priceless in this lifetime. And I would like to kind of, mingle this previous question to this, is why the young generation loves the mafia so much, and why is that? And I'm from the generation that just praised you guys. And being from I've had my toe dipped into the life a little, unfortunately, growing up in my own circumstances, that we seek wisdom and we seek guidance. And same reasons why anyone joins a gang or organization. They want community, they want family, and they want how wisdom to growth. And 2 million people come to you for that. And being part of your family school, your wisdom is worth way more than $10 a month. And I appreciate that. So thank you.
Joanna, that's so sweet and kind of you. I really appreciate that. And, that's what, and again, some of these things are so cliched, but some of us really mean it when we say it because we've had that experience. I've had so much in my life. I was blessed and with all the perks and the gifts and the planes and the everything I've had. And there really is nothing in life better than receiving at times. But really, the best thing in life is being able to give to somebody and get a response like I just got from you. I mean it. I can't tell you what that means. You take that with you. It comes in your heart. You think about it. Wow, am I having this kind of an impact on someone? It's a privilege to be able to do that because not everybody gets that opportunity. And there are good people out there that can share a lot. Unfortunately, they don't have the platform, they don't have the reach. So I think if we, have lived a life where we can contribute in that way, we have a responsibility to do it. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's not my business. Well, it is. Remember, to those who have been given much, much is expected in return. And that's God tells us that. We have an obligation and a responsibility. And I'm just so happy to be able to hear something like that from you and from all the people that have joined in on this call. It's a great feeling, and you've made my day in a huge way. I was really looking forward to this. Now, normally I wouldn't do something on my birthday because it's all about family. And when they asked me, I said, "Hey, this is my family. These people have been there." And let's do it. No better day than today to do it. And my wife went along, and here we are. So thank you, Anna, so much. And thank you for being so loyal. And thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing. I appreciate it.
And I do. And I have a very quick question to that. What is something that you want to learn? What is it that you would like to learn this year or achieve for your own personal growth, not professional?
Just learn more about people and more, how to get people to see your side of the story the right way. Social media, I've had a lot of success on social media, but Anna, if somebody said to me tomorrow, social media, it's gone, I would say do that. And the reason is I see more harm than good coming out of it. Now, maybe I'm not seeing everything I should be seeing. Maybe somebody can open my eyes, but I see so much information, so much hatred, so much. And I may say something, and I'll only bring it up because I can say something about the man in the moon, and I get beat up on because I'm a Trump supporter. Had nothing to do with Trump. And, for people to say, oh, you're in Trump's pocket, because I expressed the fact that I think his policies are good for America, why do we hate on each other that way? I'm going to tell you this, I've seen a lot on the street. I've seen vengeance. I've seen, hostility. I've been part of it. I have never in my lifetime seen the amount of hatred and vengeance and vitriol towards anybody like I've seen towards Trump. I mean, he's not a serial killer. He's not this guy didn't destroy America. I'm trying to figure it out. So what I'm saying is, okay, but do you have to hate everybody that maybe agrees with some of the things that he's doing? This is the thing that we have to heal in this country. We have to heal it. I don't like Nancy Pelosi. I don't hate the people that like her. Why would I? They have a right to support her. We have a difference of opinion. I'm not going to hate people for supporting someone else unless that someone else wants to murder us all. Well, then, hey, I got a problem with that. But you know what I'm saying? Being realistic. So how do I get to understand these people better? How do I get them to understand where I'm coming from? It's not politics. It's just reason. If I think something is good for you, I'm going to say, I think it's good for you. You may disagree. I might even be wrong, but I'm saying it because that's what I believe, not to hurt you. I'm not out to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. That comes back at you. I don't want to hurt anybody. So if I could learn better, maybe communicate better to make people understand I am coming at you for a good reason. I'm coming from a good place. There's a lot of people on social media that are not coming from a good place. And I don't like that. I really don't. And I don't speak up about it because all it'll do is create more hatred. So you have to try to do it in the right. You have to try to use this platform not to hurt anybody. And it's hard. So anyway, yes, anybody that can educate me and tell me, Michael, you can communicate better, you can make people understand you better. If you do this, I'm all ears. Never too old to learn. Great question, Anna. Thank you. Okay, people, for those who buy today by midnight, this is something very special. Let me tell you something. I've signed thousands of books in my life. God knows how many books I've signed over the past 30, 35 years. And now I've signed thousands of bottles. Well, I'm going to do something on my birthday. If you buy a bottle tonight, I will personally sign the bottle. For some reason, people like that. Again, it's not an ego thing. It's because people like it. We went to a bottle signing the other day, a big store in Remedy. The line was out the door, and people just want your signature. They want to take a photo. It's nice, and I'm happy to do it. So if you buy a bottle by midnight tonight, Pacific time, we're giving you back East Pacific time, okay, I'll sign the bottle. And I'll even personalize it if you want it, if we can do that. I'm really putting pressure on myself, guys. And people, let me tell you this. Everything I have ever signed is my signature. No auto pen, no somebody else. My signature, 100%. I can take that lie detector test right now and I'll pass. I won't pass on everything because sometimes I'll keep quiet. But on that, for sure, I'll pass. Okay, now I'm going to read some chats on YouTube. Some of you, we have a lot of chats going on, so I'm going to read some. Liliana from Toronto, Canada. Will this be recorded and posted on YouTube? I love you, Wine. Happy birthday, boss. Yes, it will be recorded, and yes, it will be posted. We have nothing to hide. Okay, happy birthday, Mr. Mike. From your friends at SoCal Pool Boys, East. Get a free pool consultation for anything swimming pool related anytime. We'd be honored to help you. May the Lord continue to bless you and your family. Man, I love when I get a blessing at the end from the Lord. You know, we're all brothers and sisters in Christ. Thank you very much for that. So I hope you support this wonderful company there and the people behind it. For them to make that offer, you know they got to be good people, and I'm sure they offer a good service. Okay, Jukebox Rock 999. I'm curious, can you or your daughter speak Italian? People, I used to understand Italian almost fluently. My grandfather, my grandmother, my father spoke to me all the time. I responded pretty well, but it's been 35 years since anybody's really spoken to me Italian. I can still get by when I go to Italy, but not fluently. And my kids are about the same. So, and that's shameful. I should be now to speak my, English is my native tongue, but I should be able to speak the tongue of my heritage. Okay. Sharky Atark. I remember meeting you in person at Slices in Dallas on opening day. Happy birthday, brother in Christ, Michael. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a good day. Jero Flies 12, I think. God bless you, Mike. It would be an honor to meet you one day. Love your story. Praise God. Thank you so much for that. See, this is the legacy right here. You created my legacy, people. You all did. Brian Bloomer, 4367. Did you ever work in Scranton back in the day? I never worked there, visited there, but never. I see the work. Let's put it this way. I did meet people that were involved in my life back at that day. Yes. It's a good town, by the way. Okay, since 2474, saw you speak twice at Andiamo in Warren, Michigan. I love Joe. I love Andiamo. Great time we had. Took my wife the first time, a close friend the second. Both times you did not disappoint. Happy birthday, Michael. Here's to many more. Salud, my friend. Thank you for that. And I hope to return. Joe called me up, and he wants me to come back, so we're working on a date right now. Hope to see you again. Jack Snow, happy birthday, Mr. Francis. One of my top 3 channels on YouTube. Thank you very much. Most real, down-to-earth creator by far. So proud you unshamedly share your faith. Thank you very much. And I just want to comment, I've been telling people that I have a ministry channel that I'm going to create. I actually created the channel. It's going to be strictly ministry. but I'm not going to use that channel. Instead, I haven't even told my team that. Rather than bring it to another channel, I'm going to be starting where once a week, probably every Monday, I will be doing a ministry live on my same channel, so people don't have to go anywhere else. My team will now be on me to keep me consistent, but that's going to happen. I only am going to do it when I am fully 100% committed to the Lord, that I'm going to be consistent, because I have to do what I say I'm going to do. And that time is coming, okay? It'll be once a week, live ministry. It's going to be like a Bible class, but I'll be sharing stories, giving you insight, hearing from all of you, strictly ministry, and you don't have to be Christian to join. I welcome everybody. Okay, Hater Real, do movie reviews again, do blood in and blood out. Excellent. The only reason I stopped doing movie reviews because there weren't any mob movies to review. But we've talked about it with our team. We're going to be doing reviews of good movies. Blood In, Blood Out was a great one. So yes, we'll do that, and thank you. Okay, Pink Lady 316, have a blessed day. Thank you so much. My day has been so blessed. El Garcia. Okay, my wife's maiden name, 419. Happy birthday, Michael. Do you ever think Gomorrah will make its way to the U.S.? And if so, will it clash with Cosa Nostra? I don't think so. I think the racketeering law and the government is too pent on keeping organized crime, the mafia, Cosa Nostra, at bay in this country. I don't think you'll ever see it the way it was in my day. The golden era of Cosa Nostra in America, the mid 40s, right through the mid 80s. After that, it went in a different direction. So no, I don't think we'll see that. Could be wrong. It's my opinion. Not in my lifetime, that's for sure. Okay. All right, my friends, we're getting near the end. I don't want to, keep you and monopolize your entire evening. I know it's late for some of you there. So let me just say this again. Again, this beautiful bottle. I want to thank my team again for creating it. This bottle is all about transformation. Wine is all about transformation. The process it goes through from the vineyard to the bottle it's an amazing process. So intricate. It's really amazing. And transformation for some of us is very intricate too, people. It certainly was in my life. I've been extremely blessed. I want to continue to share my blessings with all of you for as long as God allows it and gives me the ability to do that. I'm not going away. I'll do it until I can't do it anymore, but I won't give up. It's when I can't do it that I'll stop doing it. But as long as God gives me breath, I'll continue. I hope this can be a symbol of all of you, how we can transform a life, how you have transformed your life, how you will transform your life to be a better person for you and for those around you, better in the community. The message in the back, I hope it sticks with you and you can read it, maybe be inspired by it. It means a lot. And of course, the bottle, I'm proud of the job my team did against all odds. And in my life, there's no such thing as failure. Failure is a learning experience. I've taught my kids that you don't fail. You learn from something and you try again. And if that wasn't the right direction, well, the next direction could be. And if that one isn't, the one after that. There's no failure. As long as you have a heart and mind and a willpower to do something, you can get something done in your life. There's no question about it. So here's the deal. First of all, anybody that buys today on my entire website, any of the wine, you got 25% discount on me, anything across the board, franziswine.com. If you buy one of these bottles, one of them, this becomes a raffle ticket. On June 3rd, we do a Zoom call with all of you, and that night we pick a winner. What is the winner getting? A cruise the end of March next year, 2027. Norwegian Cruise Lines, the Aqua, I think it's called, beautiful ship, brand new. And your name goes into that. We'll pick one. You're going to spend a week with me and my family. There'll be others on board. We have a lot of rooms reserved just for my intimate group of several hundred people. We're going to have dinners together. We're going to have speaking sessions together. We may go water skiing together, who knows? Not snowboarding. What am I talking about? What's the thing you do on the water? Help me, guys. Water skiing, or whatever the activity is we can do, we'll do. I'm thinking of the snow already, but we'll do that together. We'll have dinner together. We'll have some time together. I have courses I'm going to bring, and we'll just shoot the breeze, drink some wine, have some fun. If you buy 12 bottles, we're going to fly you out here to Newport Beach, and you're going to sit down with us. And this is from the United States now. I'm sorry, you got to be in the United States. And if you're not in the United States, you can come out on your own and have dinner with us. That's okay. But here in the U.S., you're going to have dinner with me. We'll spend the whole night together. We'll have Franzese wine, a great meal at my favorite restaurant. Not going to tell you what it is right now, but we'll spend the evening together. And that's if you buy 12 bottles today. So we got a lot to offer, but I'm really proud and really grateful for the time we've been able to spend together. And it's just going to be great. And let's hope that we continue, that God, blesses us all in whatever we do. And I'm going to continue on this platform. I really mean that. And people, I want to say this very sincerely. There are a lot of, I know I started this channel with mob stories, and I owe it to my team. I didn't want to go on YouTube. This happened during the pandemic. Now, somebody had put me on YouTube with one video of an introduction that I give when I do my speeches or when I deliver my messages. But 15 years went from that time until the time of the pandemic, 2020, when all my speaking engagements were postponed or canceled. And I was just staying home, and I was loving it because I travel a lot. I said, wow, I got all this time with my wife, my kids. I was having a great time. My team said, no, you gotta go on YouTube. And I said, don't want to go on YouTube. Come on, I'm too old for that. You got to go on YouTube. And they kept pressing me and pressing me. Finally, I gave in. My wife said, go on YouTube. It's good for you. You can't just sit around. I said, okay. And I started telling mob stories. And by the grace of God, maybe the timing was good, it just blew up. And all of a sudden, I've got something here. So to get to this point and to have an impact on people is very humbling, number one, and I'm extremely thankful for it. And I really mean that. I'm thankful to all of you. For all those of you who participate in my private platforms in the school, I've got something very special coming up that we're going to announce over the summer. Can't tell you what it is right now because my team is working on it. Very special. And again, I think it's going to be a benefit to all of you. This is the legacy, how people look at you, what you contributed in life, how they talk about you, what you meant to them. Very, very important. And it's important to me. And when I don't get to somebody, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because physically I do the best I can, but I'm not ignoring you. And I promise you that. We try to do the best we can. And again, you're as good as the people that you have around you. And I have a great team around me. And we try to make it work as best we can. And as things expand. We'll bring more good people on board. We do this with a very small team. There's people up there that have, 1 million views. They got 20 times the size of the team that I have. I just happen to have great people. So in closing, I want to tell you this. I really do, as a Christian and a brother in Christ, and I'm a brother to all of you women and all of you guys out there. I really do love the time that we get to spend together. I love the fact that I'm able to communicate with you. I love the fact that you participate in all of this. And I hope to I get to meet many of you personally. I've met many of you, and I hope to get to meet many more of you. And just know that I'm here, and I'll continue to contribute. And, we'll just continue to enjoy the ride. And let's do hope that this country does come together. I hope you take to heart. I know I had to read some of my remarks. I don't like reading. I get offered roles in movies. Would you believe this? I'm not an actor. I can do documentaries and I can be myself. I'm not an actor. I cannot, when I go up and speak on stage, I can't read my own notes. Everything with me has to come off the cuff. That's it. That's when I respond the best. When I'm reading something, no good. So I had to remember some of the things I was saying, so we read them. I wish that I could have just said it all from the heart without rambling on or anything else. But I hope that some of the things I said tonight mean something to you, and that we really should try to love one another and be friends with one another. I really mean that. It goes a long way. And there are times when that can't happen, but don't let it be your fault that it can't happen. Give it an effort, give it a try, and then pray for those that you just can't reach out to. And I think that's the way God would want it for all of us. And people, I don't wish harm on anybody. The worst thing that I wish, or the best thing that I wish on somebody, is that they repent. If they're doing something that I believe is damaging to people or to themselves, repent. And hopefully the Lord, finds their heart and makes an impression on them, and they come around in the right way. And that's what my prayer is for all our political people, that they understand that maybe they're going in the wrong direction, and that God reaches out to them and they can make a change in their life. We all need change. And, I got 40 seconds left. So in closing, I want to thank each and every one of you again for jumping on board. We had a lot of people on YouTube, a couple of thousand, I believe. And for those of you on Zoom who participated in this, enjoy the pizza, enjoy the wine. God bless each and every one of you. And please be safe. Ladies, watch your surroundings. I am so protective in that regard of my wife, my children. Watch your surroundings. Guys, be careful. We got a crazy world out there. Don't take too much for granted. Just be careful. Be safe, be healthy. Try to be an example of that. And thank you for all the kind remarks in that regard about how my appearance is. I don't do Botox. I do nothing like that. People say, you're doing, I don't do any of that. I'm against it. No, I don't do it. I'm not saying it's bad for everybody else. I just don't do it. My father lived to 103. We got some genes. I take care of myself, and that's it. And I'm going to continue to give you products that I think work. I won't support it if I don't think it worked and if I don't try it. That much I tell you. So be safe, be healthy, and God bless each and every one of you. And I really mean that. God bless your families. God bless your communities, your neighborhoods, the people that you love, your friends, everyone. God bless each and every one of you. And yes, God bless our president. God bless all of our politicians. God bless America. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care.